Hi guys, you're with Courtney Black today, and we are talking with some of the guys from Assimilate. How are you guys? And would you like to just give a little introduction on who you are and a bit about the band?
You can go first, mate, as we were just talking.
Thanks, mate. I'm Matt Bown. I play guitar in Assimilate.
And I'm Jake Aston, and I sing in Assimilate.
Oh, and I'm doing very well, thank you.
Excellent. So for those that may not know you guys, did you guys just give us a little bit of a rundown of what kind of music you guys play, and maybe a little bit about Assimilate?
Okay. I guess we play sort of heavy-ish music. I mean, pinning down the subgenre is always quite difficult, but we kind of refer to ourselves as alternative metal because it's vague enough that it doesn't really mean anything specific. But I guess it's like heavy riffs with some screaming, some melodic singing, and yeah, it's just fun music in my opinion.
I just always use the word angry. I don't really get more specific than that. It's just angry music.
That's fair. Everyone likes a bit of angry music.
Yeah.
So now that we are coming out of lockdown, or at least things are looking a little bit better for the music industry, are you guys excited to be able to be playing live shows again, and have you guys got any plans?
I mean, I'm sure I speak for both of us when I say, of course, like I've been kind of wanting this since our last show. I've been wanting to play another live show, which was over a year ago. So yeah, been waiting a long time. As far as plans, we've just started, I guess, making definite plans for like when we're next going to be playing live and stuff like that, because before a couple of months ago it was all very up in the air. But our first show back is going to be on the 31st of July in Luton. We're going to be supporting a band called Earthbound, and then we have another couple shows that are to be announced soon, but I don't think we're supposed to announce it yet, so I'm going to keep my ass quiet.
Amazing. Because I know you guys have been kind of doing teasers on your social media of you doing some rehearsals, which has always been really great to see. So I take it that's maybe been teasing some of your upcoming shows or some new music, or?
Well, I mean,
there's potential that this year could be a very, very exciting year to be in the Assimilate bubble. It feels like it's been absolutely forever since we were able to do anything. I mean, the last show that we played, I think we were talking about just before we started recording, was back in, was it February last year?
Yeah.
That was playing at Omnifest for you. And since then, it's almost like we haven't really done an awful lot. But getting back in the rehearsal room has been great. And trying to remember how to play our own songs has been quite an experience. I don't know if Jake's going to tell me off for saying anything more, but just keep an eye, because there's some really, really cool stuff, maybe more than just live shows in the works.
I was going to say, I wouldn't tell you off for saying more, because I think we've already said a little bit more in the last interview we did. So I'll expand on that. Before the lockdown happened, we did have most of a new album written, like our second full length, but obviously we weren't really able to do anything with it. So we've spent the pandemic really finishing that up, and hopefully people will be able to hear it maybe by the end of the year, maybe not.
Maybe not.
Yeah, well, I don't want to say it'll definitely be out this year in case COVID 2 comes out, and exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, that's fair enough.
That's the main thing, I guess, we've been focused on, is working towards the second album. But then obviously rehearsing for live shows is important too. So yeah, we've been doing that.
To be honest, the thing that I'm most excited about, like regardless of whether it's us playing, I'd love for it to be us playing, but as soon as it's feeling a little bit safer and a little bit more comfortable, I just can't wait to go sit in a local venue and watch a band play loud. You know, because I've seen so many live streams of people playing, and it's great to see people still doing it. And obviously we do what we do because we love music, but nothing really compares to that live energy. And even if me playing, I feel like the first gig I go see, I'm going to be so emotional and I'm going to be so happy and it's going to be the absolute best. That's what I'm most excited for.
No, I completely feel with you there. I was literally at like a live venue the other night, not even seeing the band. I don't know if they might have even just been rehearsing, but I just heard the drums. And I was like, it's been so long since I've heard live drums. And I was like, I'm getting emotional. I'm not even watching a band. I'm just sat here with my pint, like, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah. I mean, I went and got my first vaccine last week. And as soon as I got home, I was like, oh my God, this is like one step towards being back to doing all those things. And I just can't wait.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, it's great to hear that you guys are being so productive with possibly a second full length pending.
Possibly.
But giving your debut album a little bit of love, did you want to give some rundown on Vicious Circles, about, you know, the narrative around that album?
Yeah, I could talk about that a bit. It was quite a long time ago now that we released that, because that was August 2018 when that album came out.
We were recording that in December 2017. You what?
Did I start lagging then, or was the connection?
I think that's just you.
Oh, mate. Okay. Well, in which case, I'll just say what I said again, just in
All
case.
right.
Well, that came out in like August 2018, and we recorded it at the end of 2017. So it's like that album does feel quite old to us now, even though that is still our latest release. But I'll talk about it anyway. That album, if you want to talk about the narrative or like the lyrics, what it's about, at the time I was very into like, I was going through sort of a period of my life where I was questioning a lot of things, like not just in my own life, but like questioning why other people do things. So the whole album is just kind of like about that, I guess, questioning certain beliefs and delusions that I think a lot of people are under. And so when you listen to all the songs, they're all about different topics, but they all have that kind of theme running through it. It's all about kind of, just questioning yourself, I guess.
It's like angry questioning.
Yeah. Aggressively questioning.
Questioning.
Bordering on interrogating.
Yeah. But we're still really proud of that record, to be honest. I mean, I listened to it recently, and I still think it's like it holds up, and it's not, you know, sometimes bands can listen to something that they've recorded in the past and cringe and think they could do a lot better, but I'm still really, I'm sure I speak for all of us when I say we're still all really happy with that album, and I'm looking forward to playing some of those songs live again.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously the pandemic hit the whole industry really hard, but what did it really do for you guys at the point in your career to just generally put it all on hold? I mean, obviously we've got the emotional stuff, but did you really feel like it gave you guys a setback in pushing to, you know, whatever your next milestone is?
That's a really interesting question. Jake, do you want to take this one first?
Yeah, sure. In a way, yeah, I think, because like you kind of build up when you're like playing shows and you're kind of just traveling around and getting people, introducing people to your music. You kind of build up a bit of momentum. You know what I mean? Like we were playing shows and telling people that we were working on a new album, and people were getting excited, and then all of a sudden that suddenly stops, and all that momentum and excitement that people build up kind of goes away. And so you, after all this time, you kind of have to work to get that back a little bit. Like I'm sure we still have people that like listening to our music and are fans of the band, but it's like some people who may not have been fans but were just kind of a bit interested, that they've obviously all gone now because they've either forgotten, it's been too long, or whatever. So you kind of have to build that momentum back up, I guess.
But I guess on the flip side of that, the way that I've been trying to think about it recently is what we were just saying, Courtney, is like how people were just sort of chomping at the bit to get back out there. And even though, we have, you know, we did, when Vicious Circles came out, there was a little bit of momentum, and we were starting to get a very loyal local fan base, which is cool. But now I think it's almost leveled the playing field completely. Everyone's starting from the same point, but everyone is now so much more hyped to just get back to it.
Yeah, that's true.
you know, the really optimistic side of me, which I'm trying to channel more and more each day, is saying that, you know, hopefully these first couple of shows back will be well attended, full of people that really just love music. Or at least, you know, a couple of months down the line when people are more vaccinated and feeling safer, I think this could be, while it's been a massive shitstorm for the music industry, I think it could also be the catalyst for, you know, some really good developments in the local music community.
Yeah, that's a really good answer. Yeah, like I said, like on the flip side of things, you know, there's a different perspective to it, and I think you're absolutely right in saying that. So when everything is a little bit smoother, what is your next kind of big milestone that for your band that you would like to achieve? Maybe kind of give it like a couple of years or something.
A couple of years. Well, obviously, if we were talking about right away, then obviously, like I said before, it'd be just getting the second album out to as many people as possible, and really trying to push the sort of just getting out there, because we've everything we've ever done has been like self-released, so we've kind of just done our best to make as many people hear it as possible. So with the next album, I guess we'd try and just push that even further and try and get a bigger audience for that album. But yeah, if we're talking about 2 or 3 years time, I just want to keep doing what we're doing and hopefully have more people be interested. Like if it gets to the point where, I don't know, we're selling out venues, and maybe not even like big venues, just if we're selling out venues, that'd be awesome. So I guess I'll have that as my milestone.
We're gonna have to start playing really small venues so that we can achieve that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm so down. I mean, I'm trying to not think too far in the future, if I'm honest with you. My ultimate goal is finish recording the album, and then my goal after that is listen to the album. You know, I went through a phase of making myself way too busy and trying to plan way too much before lockdown, to the point where I look back on my calendar from pre-lockdown and it's scary to look at because there was too much going on. I think in a couple of years, if we're still getting to be Assimilate and still getting to gig and people are still listening to it, that would be amazing. Obviously, there is always the dream that, yeah, I'd love to play some massive stages. I'd love to play at some big festivals. I'd love to tour with some bands that I look up to. But ultimately, if I'm happy and healthy and getting to play music with my best friends, I've kind of won anyway.
Yeah, I think
really nerdy answer, but like that's my goal.
But that's kind of how we all feel about it, isn't it? Because it's like, I think when people get into bands, if there's nothing wrong with having goals and aspirations and stuff, but I think if you get into a band for the wrong reasons and you're like, oh, I want to do this just because I want to, you know, sell loads of tickets and make loads of money, then I don't think you're getting the most out of it. Like the reason why my answer and Matt's answer wasn't really a very long-term thing is because that's just not how we view it. We just take it sort of on a daily basis of, oh, I want to do this next, I want to do this next. We're not really thinking, are we going to be big rock stars in 5 years, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice though. It's a nice answer because it kind of like demonstrates your very healthy kind of dynamic within your band. Like you say, like you're all in it for the right reasons. You're all kind of in it because your heart's in it, as opposed to if I'm not playing download main stage, then in like 5 years time, then that's it, I'm calling it quits. Where's my babes? Where's my money, and where's my free flowing beer? But no, that's a nice answer. It's a nice answer to hear, to be fair. But I
mean, like, don't get me wrong, if download main stage in 5 years is on the cards, then I'll take that. But
yeah, if anyone from Download's watching, like come find me.
Second stage would be fine.
Yeah.
Hit me up.
Just playing in the car park would be okay.
Absolutely. Just finally then, and I'll let you guys go. If you could go like that and you were on a lineup for a festival, who would you want to play with? Like, what would be your perfect, like, yeah, that's it?
This is a really good question, and it's going
to hold on. So, are we talking possible as in like these bands are still active and touring, or is it any band that's ever existed ever? Because those are two drastically different answers from me.
I'll take any. Like, what would be your just like,
All right, Jake, you've got to go first.
Oh, what are you doing that for? Damn. How many bands can I pick?
I'd do like a gig lineup, so like yourself and 3 others max sort of thing.
Okay, 3 others max. Okay, you might have to cut this because I'm gonna take some time to think.
See, I'm thinking if you answer first, I'll just name ones that you haven't said, and that way that's the dream lineup.
Okay. All right, dream lineup. I'll go with. Maybe. God damn. All right, This is gonna be the first bands I can think of that I'd like to play with, because otherwise I'm gonna be here forever. I'll go with Let Live because they're on my t-shirt, and if they were still around, they'd put on like an amazing live show, and I think that because we like to be quite energetic on stage as well, so I think that we kind of complement them.
I have some solid proof of your energy from all of you on stage, and it's like the best content I've ever recorded on my phone.
It's not like that anymore. I'm exhausted at the end of a rehearsal now. Lockdown has not done me any favors.
Yeah, I can't wait to put my body through like lots of pain by doing that again. But yeah, so yeah, I'll go with Let Live. I'll go with the Grey Britain Gallows lineup because again, that's like one of my favorite albums, and that band at that time very influential on me. One more. I'll go with Architects. Fuck it, I'll go with Architects. And then yeah, us opening because we can't follow those up. So
definitely not. All right. I'm going to try and pick acts that are still active because I feel like a lot of yours were, well, no, one of yours wasn't. So, come on. Courtney, do these things. All right, top of my head. Fall of Troy. Fuck it, let's get Black Hole back together. Black Hole would be sick. Their album is amazing. And Deftones. There we go. No more.
Ooh.
Done. Thank you.
Nice choice.
There's some solid choices there.
And obviously all of our local friends that we would sneak backstage and then play sets, because that would be good.
Yeah.
VIP for all.
Yeah. Shout out Sinker, Hidden Palace, Diamond in the Dirt. Anyone else that I've missed? Missed.
Thank you guys so much for taking the time to have a little chat with us today. I feel like we're getting to know you guys a little bit more, and I wish you guys all the best for your upcoming show and your upcoming maybe release.
Maybe.
the Maybe album.
The Maybe album. Thank you guys.
Cool. Thanks, Courtney. Cheers.